God for technology. Okay, so we're now live streaming. So for those of you guys who are brand new, we're very, very excited here. I got a special guest that's going to join me in a second to talk to you guys about why you need to stop leaving money on the table. This is being called final exam week. You guys know right now the kids are graduating from college, graduating from high school, going from middle school to high school. Congratulations to all you parents who have all the different graduates coming out of school, doing what they're supposed to do. I salute you all, grandparents, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. It's a great time of year. So what we decided to do in Extra Digit is say, hey, why don't we have a final exam week where we teach people 5 nights in a row the things that they never would have even learned in school. So it's kind of a play on words. And we have 5 different worksheets, right? Tonight, we're going to talk about stop leaving money on the table. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the bloody mess, how credit cards get you in a ton of trouble and how your interest can make it where if you're not careful, you'll never, ever, ever be able to get wealthy. Then we're going to talk about the banker's secret. There's a secret that the banks have that they'll never teach you. And why should they? Because they can capitalize on you if you don't know these secrets. Then we're going to talk to you guys about the power of infinite returns, right? How you are the biggest asset that you can ever invest in. Infinite returns, not 8%, not 10%, not 12%, infinite returns. And we're going to show you everything mathematically. We're also going to show you the #1 asset that you can build in the country as a home-based business. So from tonight through Thursday night, we're going to bring you some of the best in Extra Digit. I'm just proud to be a host and kind of a co-host and a participant. So I want you guys to go ahead and mark your calendar. Same Zoom, same time, same password for 5 nights in a row. We're going to pull up some basic wealth worksheets and show you guys how you too can get wealthy. Before I bring on our special guest, I want to set this up first. The reason this is called Stop Leaving Money on the Table is because a lot of people don't understand that there's one form that you can fill out and get what we call an instant pay raise. All you guys that are brand new, there's one form called a W-4 that you can fill out and give yourself an instant pay raise. It's one of the best kept secrets in the country. A lot of people don't know this, but this is the form that you filled out when you first got your job. The reason a lot of people don't understand this form is because you were taught to go in a room. HR really can't help you with it. You nervous, you got your job and you excited many, many years ago for a lot of people. And you put 0 down, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 for all your deductions. Now, deductions we know to be true are children. You're trained that that's a tax deduction, right? If you're married or filing or head of household, you're trained that these are tax deductions. Most people never flip the form over or look at page 2. Page 2 are where your exemptions lie. Now, this may sound like, Brian, what, we're here to talk about taxes? No, we're not here to talk about taxes. We're here to talk about your money. I want y'all to type in the comments, it's my money. We're not here to talk about taxes. We're here to talk about your money. And the money that you're giving away is robbing you of your ability to become wealthy. Type in the comments, it's my money, because you're the person that worked for it. The problem is the governments and the banks and big business will reach into your pocket first if you're not aware that this is your money. So those deductions that you see on the front become exemptions on the back. The higher the number of exemptions you have, the less money they take out your paycheck. The less money they take out your paycheck, the more money you take home. The more money you take home, the more money you have to invest. Let me say this again. The higher the deductions and exemptions, the less that comes out of your check. The less that comes out of your check, the more money you take home. The more money you take home, the more money you have to invest. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you become a multimillionaire. We have people in Extra Digit, our movement, on this Zoom. We are buying land with cash. We are owning cars with buying cars with cash. We are purchasing our dream homes. We're building the lifestyle that we want to build. We believe in freedom, options, and choices. Our children have trust funds. In other words, what am I saying to you guys? You're looking at a pretty wealthy group of individuals. Some of us are just getting started. Some of us are well on our way. Either way, we want to start you off with the wealth worksheet. The reason we start you off with the W-4 is because it's simple. Why wouldn't you fill out a form, and our experts will actually do this for you. But why wouldn't you have them fill out a form and give yourself an instant pay raise and give the government less money? For those who don't believe me, let me prove it to you real quick, because we're not going to be here all night. What I like about these wealth worksheets, all 5, remember, this is night 1 of 5. What I like about all 5, really simple. Your emotions can be removed. What I'm about to show you guys are the facts. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to start with something that Uncle Sam told you to do. Not Brian Bean. Not, I didn't make this stuff up. Uncle Sam said, and I'm about to show you on this screen here, Uncle Sam said, the IRS, this is on their website, tells taxpayers who got a big refund to do a paycheck checkup. This is way back in 2018. Now, for those of you watching, everything we do in Extra Digit, we show you the proof. We can show you the houses, we can show you the homes, we can show you the vacations, we can show you the cars, we can show you the lifestyle, we can show you all of that. But tonight, what I'm showing you is what the IRS said. Look at this. Back in 2018, after filing tax returns, many people put taxes far out of their mind. However, taxpayers who received a large tax refund this year should think about taxes again, and the sooner, the better. Most taxpayers receive refunds averaging around $2,800. Y'all know, and I know, a lot of people get way more. Taxpayers who receive large refunds could receive more of their money throughout the rest of the year rather than waiting to file their return next year. Let me just stop you, in case you misunderstood that. The IRS website, not Brian Bean, not the person who invited you to the Zoom, not the person whose Facebook page you're watching. The IRS website said back in 2018, if you're getting a big tax refund, you may want to do a paycheck checkup. Taxpayers who got a large refund may want to consider getting their money throughout the year. That's what they said. And they said the sooner the better. So I'm not making this stuff up. I'm just going to show you the consequences of not taking their advice. Then they gave you a calculator and said, this calculator will help you navigate each tax situation and make sure the amount withheld fits the need of each taxpayer. So not only did they tell you what to do, if you go to their website, they'll actually show you how to do it. Here's something I want to show you. And then I got a special guest for you. Your deductions, children, married, head of household, all those things that we're used to, those are 101010 numbers. You understand? In other words, you're used to putting 010101. On the back of the form, or these days on page 2 of the form, those are your exemptions. Your exemptions are mathematical equations. In other words, they're actual dollars that the IRS uses to convert your exemptions into deductions. So you might get 4 exemptions and 3 deductions, and the number you need to turn back in on your form is a 7 instead of the 3 that you have. You see, because you picked up 4 more due to your exemption status, other than the regular 3 you had because of your standard deductions. Now, this may sound complicated, but it's not. The higher the number, the more your deductions. So what we do in our company and in our organization is partner you with enrolled agents from the IRS to give you an instant pay raise. No extra hours at the job, no overtime, no part-time job. 2 jobs is often for 2 people. I'm not knocking people that work 2 jobs. I at one point had 3 jobs before I retired. What I'm saying to you is when I had 3 jobs, I was also getting taxed more. So now I'm about to show you the proof that it's actually in the pudding. Then I'm gonna bring on some members from our movement who actually took this advice. And I'm gonna show you what's happened. I'm gonna let them tell you what's happened to them since adjusting a basic form that everybody who has a job has. Do me a favor, y'all. I got a young lady I got a ton of respect for that I'm about to bring up. This young lady didn't even know that this industry of having a home-based business and earn a residual income and all those things existed. She's a former nightclub manager. This young lady has seen money, understands money, comprehends money. Her testimony was one of the first to actually send extra digit through the roof as she paid off credit cards, as she got her credit scores up into the 700s, as her brother's credit score got almost to an 850, which was an 845, as her cousin went from not being able to get a house at all through taking our steps and processes. And now he is a homeowner in like a $300,000 house after going through our program. Y'all do me a big favor, come off mute so we can talk about stop leaving money on the table. Give it up for Miss Quanah Sims.
Yeah.
Go. Guys, hello everybody.
Hey, Miss
All right,
Sims.
Quanah,
Hey, how you doing?
let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. So Quanah, I just muted everybody out, which means you got to come back off mute for me. Miss Sims, your testimony has been amazing. The testimony of everybody in your family has been amazing. But we're here tonight to show them how to stop leaving money on the table. Is that cool?
That's cool. Sounds good.
All right. So for those who don't know what we do in Make Wealth Real, let's talk about your cousin real quick before we show him this money. Talk about your younger cousin and how excited he is to this day. He still has the house. He has a baby now. What was his situation before our experts, and what is his situation now?
Okay, so before he partnered with myself in MWR, he had exhausted a number of leads trying to purchase a home. He was newly married and he was tired of renting. Going to the banks, he was turned down on numerous occasions because of his credit score. He looked everywhere but me. And so one day we were at my grandparents' house and we were talking, and I was just kind of telling my other cousin about my amazing credit transformation. MWR was able to get me from a 612 to a 781, now to an 803. And we were just kind of talking, and he was like, okay, Quanah, credit is keeping me from getting the house, so maybe I need to check out MWR. So fast forward about 3 months after partnering with MWR, he was in the low 500s. And of course, you need a 620, I think, or a 640 and above to qualify for a home. In less than 3 months, MWR was able to take him from not even qualifying for a home to actually being able to pick his dream home and being financed at a 2.5% interest rate within 4 months of being turned down from the banks. So it was an absolutely amazing transformation for him and his newly wife. And now they have a baby and living in their dream home because of MWR Financial.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So guys, if you're brand new and that's over your head or you're kind of confused, don't worry about it. We just want you to know we have experts that have helped you with every area of your finances. And the person who introduced you tonight will show you a membership and how we kind of do these things. So Final Exam Week is really more about education and testimonies and showing you these wealth worksheets. So Quanah, you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
All right, so we got two kinds of people in this world, right? One person loves to get a refund. We're gonna call her or him Robert Refund. Another young lady gets her money up front. We're gonna call her Angela Adjustment. So we got him, Robert Refund, and we have a young lady, Miss Angela Adjustment. So before we click the buttons, Quanah.
Yep.
Robert Refund, Angela Adjustment. What does the world need to know about the word refund? What does it mean, and what's actually happening when you get a refund?
Right. So Brian, refund is actually you getting your money back again. The word re is again, and the word funds means money. So when you get a tax refund, many people don't realize that you're just basically getting your money back from the government again.
That's it. So they didn't do you a favor. So Quanah, you mean to tell me I got this 4-figure check, this 5-figure check, this ain't bonus money? This ain't free money, they did me a favor?
Not at all. And contrary to popular belief, a lot of people believe that the government is giving them free money, not realizing that they've overpaid their taxes throughout the entire year and they're getting a portion of the overpayment back, Brian.
That's it. That's it. So most of the population, they're getting a tax refund. We're not here to knock you. We just want you to understand that wealthy people do not get a refund. This is just a fact. Wealthy people don't get a refund. Wealthy people say, hey, give me my money up front and I'll worry about how much I'm giving the government. You know, there's a big difference. So Quanah, let's show them regular people real quick. So this young man, Robert Refund, said, hey, take my $500 per what?
Take my $500 per month.
All right, good. Now what's happening next? 500 times 12, what we got?
We have $6,000 a year.
All right, so all we're gonna do is we're gonna take the number of years the person has been doing it each time. So what's coming up next? How many years we're gonna do this?
So we're gonna do it for a total of 10 years.
All right, so everybody, want to give us a summary before we show them the drum roll. This guy been doing what every month now? What's going on?
Okay, so Mr. Robert Refund, he's been telling the government to take $500 out of his paycheck every month for 10 years, which is going to be a total of $60,000 that he's allowed the government to take from his paycheck.
Now, same coworker, same job. Angela worked in the next cubicle. Angela got with Extra Digit, got with our company, MWR Financial. Angela said, hey, you know what, Robert, you need to look at this form and you need to adjust this form. Yeah. Angela adjusted the form. So, Quanah, what's the difference with her? Same money coming out?
Same money coming out. So Miss Angela adjustment, $500 a month. She got her money up front over 10 years.
What did she do?
So she invested her money at an 8% interest rate. So over 10 years, her money is
boom,
$91,000.
Now, let's just stop for a minute, guys. Angela said, I want my $500 now. Barbara said, hold my $500 every month in my check and give it to me next year. But Quanah, you know what most people don't calculate? Next year, things are more expensive. So your $6,000 refund really is about $4,500 because you wait until next year to get it. Because the cost of living, Quanah, is going in which direction?
Up.
Up. Now, what does the government do with the money, Quanah? When they got the money, all of our money out of our paychecks, what are they doing?
So the government is actually investing our money. So they're making money on our money, and we're sitting around for 12 months waiting on a bit of our money.
So here's what I want you guys to write down. You get wealthy $500 at a time. It doesn't take $1 million to make $1 million. It takes $500 at a time with daily disciplines compounded over time. So Quanah, Angela got 91,000. Robert got 60,000. That's a difference of 31,000. Do y'all understand what happens if you got an extra $31,000 that you have been investing? All right, Quanah, let's run the same scenario. I'm gonna let you talk this one through. I'm gonna shut up. These are the same scenarios, but what's happening? We add a number of years. You ready?
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna take the same $500 that Robert Refund was getting. This time we're gonna do it over 15 years. So he's giving $90,000 over 15 years. That's what it's going through his hand. So we're going to take Angela adjustment. We're going to take that same $500 that she said, give me up front. We invested it at an 8% interest rate. And in 15 years, Angela had $173,000, a stark difference between his 90 and her 173. That's the power of compound interest, guys.
And not only that, look at the difference 10 years and how it's starting to compound over her other 5. So a lot of us, we can compare Robert and Angela, right, Quanah? Or we can compare Angela to Angela from the previous, what, 5 years, right?
Right.
She got 173 grand. Now, this is most people. Robert just keep on getting a refund. He keep hearing his broke friends tell him that if he gets money up front, he gonna owe taxes. That's a big myth as well, because the government actually will give you your money up front as long as you got write-offs to show for it. This is always somebody broke telling you what you can and can't do. So Quanah, after a 30-year period, what we got?
After a 30-year period, Robert has touched $180,000. Now, guys, you have to remember, he don't have $180,000 because he was getting his money throughout. He was getting his money at the end of the year. So typically, a lot of people aren't investing those big refund checks. They're spending it. Whereas Angela, hers was put somewhere where it was compounding interest. And in 30 years, her same $500 at the 8% interest rate has given her $745,000. That's $750,000 that she now has at retirement age. Whereas Robert, if he saved his money, he's sitting at 180. But I doubt very seriously he has that 180 sitting somewhere under his bed in a shoebox. So guys, that's retirement age. That's and right. Retire at, at 745,000 is a pretty okay retirement, I would think, in 30 years.
Much better than the 100 plus that Robert had.
Absolutely.
I want you to write this down. Taxes cause debt. Taxes cause debt. If the government didn't take so much money out of a W-2 paycheck, they wouldn't have to borrow so much on the credit card. They wouldn't need so much for student loans. They wouldn't have to borrow so much on a mortgage. They wouldn't have to borrow so much on the car note. So the taxes coming off the top is actually what causes the debt. This country knew a long time ago, if we train people only on a job, just get a job, just get a job. There's nothing wrong with a job. In Extra Digit, we don't bash jobs, but the mentality of just have a job only without a home-based business on the side is the reason most people have credit cards. So what Quan is saying is absolutely right. It's not that he even has the 6,000. Most people get the check times 12, times 10 years, times 15 years, times 30 years, and it's gone because they had to put it on all the debt they were in because they're getting a refund. And Quan, we're not even gonna talk about this. Most people need it so bad, they file rapid refund. So now when you file rapid refund, you gave somebody else some more money because you need it rapidly. But the reason you need it rapidly is because you're getting a refund. Oh, come on, man. This thing just makes me mad every time I talk about it. So Quan, in summary, before we give our testimonies real quick, and we are out of here. There's two kinds of people. What are they? Simple world and what?
There are two kinds of people, the simple world and the compound world.
Big difference, guys. Somebody on this Zoom is going to be simple. Somebody on this Zoom is going to be compound. The middle class likes to what?
The middle class gets taxed and the wealthy defer their taxes.
See, that's what y'all got to remember. I'm telling you guys, listen, I'm not the wealthiest person in the world, right? I am a millionaire. And I tell people this humbly because I want you to understand, I lost my first $1 million in my 20s because nobody taught me this stuff. When we say defer taxes, that's not tax evasion. The deferment of taxes means we pay the taxes after we pay ourselves. So we defer taxes. When you put your money in an IRA or a SEP or a Simple or a Roth or whatever you decide to put it in, you're deferring taxes. In other words, you're just saying, hey, y'all not going to take it up front. I'll decide how much I give you guys after I get all my write-offs that I can get legally, ethically, and morally. So wealthy people get taxed. I'm sorry, middle class gets taxed. Wealthy people just defer taxes. Nobody's doing tax evasion. You decide what the government should get after you prove the documentation that all of our experts show you. And the most powerful one, Quan, at the end, real simple. The refund. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The refund pays you back, but
you deserve your money up front.
Because you did the work. You did the work. Now, guys, this week, we're going to start off simple with a wealth worksheet just like this to show you the difference between two people. But every topic, if you don't do nothing else, show your children this. Hey, we need to look at your W-4. I don't care if you working a part-time job right now. We need to look at that W-4. Our experts do it for you. So what I want to do now, before we go, I want to bring up some people from Extra Digit who actually have had the pleasure of having their W-4 adjusted. If you know what Quana and I are talking about, and if you know that this has helped you tremendously, do me a favor, raise your virtual hand, talk to the new people about what has happened to you as a result of being Angela Adjustment. All right? All right, Ms. Morgan, come off mute. Talk to me real quick. What has happened to you? What was the amount? What did it do for you?
Okay, so when I first got started with the program, I was married, so I went ahead and put my husband's information in there as well. And through that, he was able to get an extra $300 back on his paycheck every single month that came back into the household. So that was extremely helpful, especially when you're raising two little ones. That's money that we now can take and we can actually invest and pay off our debt a lot faster. So extremely thankful for it. And that adjustment definitely helped.
Okay, so I need more. I need more, Morgan. You know, I see you all over the internet. I see you doing reaction videos. I need more. The $300 and what? What happened? Come off mute. There you go. What you do with it?
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. All right, so with that, I was able to go into our debt elimination program, and that has helped me be able to get that snowballed a whole lot faster. So initially I was in debt for 84 years. Now I'll be debt free in 6.5 years. My credit score has also gone up 70 points. They didn't talk about this, but y'all got to come back for later on in the week for this class. Okay. But they also completely eliminated my internet bill last month. So that was phenomenal because that's a whole bill completely gone. So that's that $300 back into my household. Not only did it help me with my debt, it helped me with my credit card. It helped me be able to pay a whole lot of stuff off a lot faster. So
nice.
It definitely made a big difference.
Hey,
I
man,
know you want to share all that, Mr. Bean.
Yeah, you got to share that because see the $300, people like, yeah, whatever. But her 300 got her out of debt like 70 years faster. So right. I think that's worth quantifying. I appreciate it. Let's go to somebody that's not on camera real quick. Monty, talk to me. Mr. Montgomery. What the
hey.
What's up, man?
Can you hear me, Brian?
You sound great, big guy.
All right, great, awesome. Listen, before MWR, man, I was overpaying my taxes by the tune of $600 per month. That example could have been me. And I thought that I understood, I thought I knew something, but the experts got my information. It was a quick, easy upload. And then they brought that $600 per month right back into my household. And just like the other young lady, I used that to eliminate some debt. And I am set to have my home completely paid off in about 6 years now.
6 years, as opposed to the 30 to 15-year plan they put you on. See, I tell people,
absolutely,
it's not about making $1 million tomorrow. You become a millionaire $500 to $1,000 at a time. Is what you do with it. Gwendolyn Dotson, give me the 30-second version. Talk to me when you retire. How can this help people that are approaching retirement? Come off mute going once, Miss Gwen. Come off mute going twice, Miss Gwen.
Hello, everyone. Well, I wanted to tell you, Mr. Brian and Bean, you're doing an amazing job. And this information changed my life. I've been retired for 17 years, and I was on a fixed income. But when I uploaded my information and talked with the experts, I got $85 back in my household. So I was so excited, I told my husband, he was the W-4 worker. We uploaded that information. We was able to get $1,000 back in this household. We didn't ball out, we snowballed debt. This was able to let my husband retire 3 years ago at Game Changer. Also, the old car that we were putting all of this asset, trying to fix it, guess what, Mr. Beam? In 1 year, we were able to get an upgraded new car. And instead of paying it off in 6 to 10 years, we're paying it off in 3 years with the system. Thank you, sir.
Hey.
My children are in the business. Their credit scores went up 124 points. I want to be transparent. Mine was a 543. I'm in the 689. We're heading for the 800 club, sir. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about, Miss Gwen. Let's go then. That's all I'm saying. It's a family affair. I told you, Quana started with her cousin and her brother and herself. Gwen got the family in the business. I mean, credit score is up 150 points. We'll talk about that in another session this week, every night, tonight. I mean, same time, same password. And we're going to make sure we continue to ramp these things up. Now, I say this gentleman for last because he is a boom. He got the big belt, right? He may not have it on him, but he got this with him at all times, even if he ain't wearing it around the house, right? This gentleman, I have a lot of respect for because the rental properties, the credit scores, he's a Duke graduate, but he was smart enough to know that, he's got 2 degrees from Duke. Y'all know how hard that is? Valedictorian of his class, but he was smart enough to know, let me get my finances in order. And he's a financial champion. Not everybody gets this belt. You have to have a couple of things happen to you in this business to get the belt. Y'all do me a favor and help me welcome. Give him a virtual round of applause like this on Zoom for Mr. Richard Harden. Richard, man, this W-4 thing is serious. And a lot of people are going to ignore it, act like they never heard this, and they're going to go back to work and not change it. Does that have consequences?
Oh, man, the consequences are ongoing and permanent. Like, if we didn't teach anything else, I want people to understand it's not just a saying that the more you make, the more they take. Right. It's actually how the tax code is designed. So as you get from a starting salary into the six figures, they're not just taking more money because it's a percentage of a bigger number. They're taking a bigger percentage of a bigger number. So in my case, when I worked with our experts, I finally had professionals doing one thing most people don't have is tax strategy. Most people get post-mortem. They get somebody that's preparing their taxes after the deed is done. But I did the uploads, and my increase in pay was $636 on my next paycheck. That was $1,272 that I was overpaying. And just, I mean, I know most people are probably like me. You don't look at your paycheck other than what lands in a direct deposit.
That's right.
But just getting that back, putting that to work in the debt elimination system helped us knock out $52,000 in credit card debt in a year. Because here's the reality. The $636 to $1,000 that we were short was over there hanging out with the IRS.
That's it. And Richard, so, when you say 600, I noticed you doubled it. So that's every 2 weeks. So the 12,
I get paid twice a month, right? Yeah, so first and the 15th, the IRS was getting paid first from the hard work I did. I had some people finally on my side to help me get my money back, and then not just get it back so that it got absorbed in the lifestyle, but strategically attack the debts that the taxes were creating. So that not only did we pay off the credit cards, we also were able to pay off the mortgage on that investment asset 12 years early. So the cash flow from just that, that's only the result of 2 plays. I know it's our experts do a lot of things, but if we just focus on taxes and debt, getting our money back and then putting the money to work, it'll change your life. Like we work all our lives. We're taught to work hard for money, but we're never taught to have money work for us. And I know I have a lot of my classmates that say, Richard, you're smart. You went to Duke. You got these degrees. Why would you do something like this? Never, ever let your degree get in the way of your education. If the last thing you learn doesn't affect what you earn, you need to learn something else. Get on these financial education classes. Come on.
That's it. Hey, Rich, if I was smart as you and I had 2 Duke degrees and the person asked me that, hey, Brian, you're smart. You got 2 Duke degrees. I said, exactly. The reason I'm doing this because I'm smart. I got two Duke degrees. That's why I'm doing it, because I'm smart. That's why you're doing it, because he's smart. So the bottom line, man, keep up the good work. Your testimony. Congratulations on being one of the championship belt owners. What do we call ourselves? Financial builders.
Financial champions, yes.
Financial champions of the whole company, man. Keep up the good work. Y'all know what it's like to have your warranty deed? Y'all know the warranty deed is the highest status you can have in real estate. When you hold a house with a deed, it's like a car with a title. So at any point, he's sitting on some land, he can cash it in. He can pull out and refi. Now he got leverage that most people never have because they still got a mortgage. I don't know if y'all caught that. His investment asset is a house. Okay, so let's keep it real. Congratulations, man. So listen, guys, that's my 30 minutes of fame. Every night, we're going to bring you a new worksheet and tackle a new subject. Tomorrow, we're tackling credit cards. We call it the bloody mess. You're going to hear from another one of our phenomenal coworkers. Do me a favor, man. Y'all don't know this. Miss Quanah Sanders is one of the most shy people on the planet. She came out tonight. Y'all show some love. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Give her a hand.
Awesome.
Great job.
Miss Quanah.
Miss Quanah.
Great job.
Good job. So to all you introverts out there, you can do this business too. For everybody that's shy and don't know anybody and don't like to be on camera, she hates it. And guess what? Her testimony rings bells throughout the entire organization. So with that being said, guys, listen, we will see you all tomorrow at the same time with the same password to tackle your credit card debt. That was one form you need to fill out, and our experts will do it for you. We're going to show you now, when you take your new money, how to get wealthy on the other side and kick the banks in the you-know-what. All right? Tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern, 8:25. 8:25 Central, 9:25 Eastern. You convert the rest. Y'all have a good night.
Rockefeller, Carnegie, Morgan, Ford, Vanderbilt. Todos ellos son nombres que probablemente le resulten familiares, no solo por la riqueza que crearon en vida, sino por su capacidad de transmitirla de una generación a otra. Verá, sus nombres nunca se olvidarán, porque sus hijos, nietos, bisnietos y demás seguirán beneficiándose de su riqueza sin casi ninguna posibilidad de que desaparezca, porque sigue creciendo. Entonces, ¿cómo lo hicieron? Fideicomisos. Así es. Mediante la creación de una serie de fideicomisos, fueron capaces de eliminar prácticamente los impuestos y proteger sus activos, mientras que fueron capaces de construir, vivir y dejar un legado, todo al mismo tiempo. Esta es exactamente la razón por la que MWR ha creado nuestro programa, Confiar en mis activos. Hasta ahora, los fideicomisos, el conocimiento de cómo funcionan y sus beneficios se han limitado típicamente solo a la élite adinerada. ¿Por qué? Porque la mayoría de los expertos cobran decenas de miles de dólares para estructurarlos correctamente, eliminando a las masas. La mayoría de las familias ricas solo pasan esta información a otros miembros de la familia, y el consumidor medio normalmente no tiene acceso a los expertos necesarios para estructurarlos correctamente. Sin embargo, gracias a MWR, ahora tiene acceso a todos los fideicomisos que necesitará, a expertos con experiencia para estructurarlos adecuadamente, y podrá disfrutar de las ventajas a un precio asequible. En palabras de Nelson Rockefeller, su objetivo debería ser no poseer nada, pero controlarlo todo. Confiar en mis activos le da la posibilidad de hacer precisamente eso, proporcionando la máxima protección para sus activos contra cobros de acreedores, demandas, juicios, embargos y mucho más. Lo que no le pertenece nunca le puede ser quitado. Y con Confiar en mis activos, sus fideicomisos ahora serán dueños de sus activos, pero usted sigue teniendo el control total sobre todos ellos. Pero eso no es todo. Los impuestos son nuestro mayor gasto como americanos, y lo creas o no, nuestro sistema de impuestos en los Estados Unidos es completamente voluntario. Sin embargo, una vez que completas ese primer W4 para tu primer trabajo, te has ofrecido voluntariamente participar, y la única manera de salir es a través de fideicomisos. Este es un beneficio clave de estar en el negocio con MWR. Piensa en ello. Los empleados BW2 pagan los impuestos más altos del 28 al 37%. Les ayudamos a convertirse en propietarios de negocios para reducir esa responsabilidad fiscal hasta el 18 a 22%. A continuación, les ayudamos a convertirse en inversores para reducir el impuesto sobre la renta hasta el 10 a 15%. Y por último, pero no menos importante, les ayudamos a establecer fideicomisos para que puedan trasladar su responsabilidad fiscal a su fideicomiso a una tasa del 0 al 5%. Imagínese que gana $100,000 al año y en lugar de tener que pagar $20,000 a $30,000 o más a Hacienda, solo tuviera que pagar $5,000 o menos. ¿Qué haría con ese dinero extra año tras año? Estas son solo algunas de las muchas maneras en que Confiar en mis activos puede beneficiarle a usted y a su familia. Sin embargo, uno de los beneficios más importantes es su capacidad para transmitir su legado de una generación a la siguiente, sin tener que preocuparse nunca de que su familia tenga que lidiar con sucesiones o impuestos sobre los activos que deja atrás. Si su objetivo final en la vida es dejar una herencia a los hijos de sus hijos, entonces Confiar en mis activos le da todo lo que necesita para hacerlo realidad. Entonces, ¿qué espera? Póngase en contacto con la persona que le ha proporcionado esta información y descubra cómo MWR puede ayudarle a fiduciar su patrimonio hoy mismo.